Coming up on a special edition of Tiger News is a Memphis Tiger freshman forward headed toward the NBA draft.
And also find out who's in and who's out of this year's NCAA tournament.
Good morning and welcome to this sports edition of Tiger News. I'm Janika Bates.
I'm Catrell Macklin. Thank you for joining us.
The University of Memphis men's basketball team ended their season last Sunday with a 72-58 loss to UConn in the AAC championship game. Coming into the tournament, no one expected the Tigers to be anywhere near the championship. They started off with 2 blowout wins against the 4th seed Tulsa and 10th seed Tulane. During the first 2 games, every Tiger was playing at their best. For the second year in a row, the Tigers were not invited to either the NCAA or NIT tournament.
After the double-digit loss in the American Athletic Conference Championship game, a lot of questions were being raised about the future of the Memphis Tigers basketball program. Now, in what was considered a disappointing season by most, there was one bright spot in freshman forward Dedrick Lawson. Now, it was announced Monday morning that Lawson will be taking advantage of the new NCAA rule that would allow him to go and have tryouts with NBA teams in determining whether or not he will enter the 2016 NBA draft. Lawson led the Tigers with the record-tying 17 double-doubles in the AAC Rookie of the Year award. Another big topic as Monday's press conference was the status of Coach Josh Pastner. As you know, Pastner did go on to say that he is and still is planning on being the head coach of the Memphis Tigers and is already working on the recruiting for next season. The University of Memphis president and athletic director did make a comment that they are in the process of evaluating the entire basketball program. Now, Janika, what is your thoughts on Dedrick Lawson entering the NBA draft?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about this NCAA rule that they have. I think that is the smartest rule that they've ever incorporated. First of all, because at first, if you go out and try out for the NBA, you can't go back to college at all. So now that they're changing that, I think it's a really good idea. And Dedrick going out to try out for the NBA teams, he can't have an agent. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So he can't have an agent. But if he's not projected to be picked in the NBA draft, he will be able to return to Memphis as a sophomore. And he's not even supposed to be a sophomore.
Exactly.
He's supposed to be in high school right now.
And he's putting up huge numbers, double figures. He's not averaging double figures, but he had 17 double-doubles on the season. That's tying Keith Lee, back in the day, all-time career points and rebounds holder for the University of Memphis. To tie that guy is something huge. So Dedrick Lawson has the name, he has the numbers, so we're trying to figure out exactly. I like the idea of the new NCAA rule, but does that make it fair to the guys in the past?
Life's not fair.
I mean,
pretty much.
That's understandable, but at the same time, for the guys in the past, it's kind of like, well, I didn't get to dip my foot in the NBA teams being able to evaluate me during workouts, so I don't think it should come about. But hey, that's the same deal with NCAA players now getting paid as well. So.
But the thing is, high school players now are not allowed to go straight to the NBA.
That's true.
So the rule is going to change, but we have to adjust to it.
And the game's going to change.
Exactly. I look forward to seeing Dedrick Lawson in the NBA. He's averaging 15.8 points and 9.3 rebounds, so good luck to him.
Top-notch stuff. That's a big deal. With the NCAA tournament kicking off this week, hundreds and thousands of fans are filling out their brackets. Hope you're filling out yours. Now, here is our bracket breakdown of each region of the bracket. So, hey, who do you got coming out of each region? You got the West, you got the East, you got the South, the Midwest. What's going on in your bracket, Janika?
My bracket for the East, I definitely have Kentucky. I definitely think they're going to beat out Notre Dame, make it to the East. What about you?
I got North Carolina. And I don't like North Carolina, but Roy Williams and his squad, his experience, the way that he coaches that team getting down to the wire is something that's phenomenal. I've never seen a program so unique and so precise down to the minutes in the last couple of minutes of the game that they can pull out so many wins. And so I think in the NCAA tournament, that's what it comes down to a lot, is those last second shots, those last second decisions, and the coaching decisions that happened within those last couple of minutes. So I believe North Carolina's going to come out of that East region.
All right, for the Midwest, I have Michigan State.
Okay. I mean, Virginia's a tough team as well. You know, as we know, Austin Nichols transferred to that team. He will not be playing with Virginia this year. He'll be redshirt. But that Virginia team is also one to watch. Now, Michigan State, I vouch for you. They have a squad over there, down there. The Spartans have been there before, and I think Tom Izzo and that department down there, they can definitely probably pull it out. So it's going to kind of be in between Virginia and Michigan State. So I'm kind of in the middle right here.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we got Tom Izzo in Michigan State. So what about Bill Self in Kansas? That's who I have winning myself.
Wayne Selden Jr.
Dunk of the year.
And it's not even so. I would give the championship trophy to his father.
That was
Did you
his
see the clock?
uncle. That was his uncle with the Flavor
He had
Flav
the
clock.
I call him Mr. Flavor Flav. He's the updated Flavor Flav version. Wayne Selden is the truth. This guy is definitely going to the NBA draft. He's not going to test the waters. No need to test the waters with him. He's definitely getting an NBA agent, and he's coming out after this. But he's going to lead that Kansas team as well. So he's going to be the reason they're going to come out, probably coming out of that region as well.
And for the West, I have Duke, because you can never underestimate Duke.
Duke, wonderful program, wonderful coach. They also have Oklahoma down there. And it's going to be tough for Isaiah Cousins and Buddy Hield, those two guards there down in Oklahoma. They have made that Sooner program come back alive. Resuscitation. That's something that they value down there, because the last time that we heard about Oklahoma basketball was when? Blake Griffin.
True.
Ever since then, it's been nothing else about Oklahoma. So they're making noise, and I'm turning up my boombox because I want to hear what they're talking about in that region.
So who do you have winning it all? Who is the 2016 NCAA champion?
And for that reason, I go with Oklahoma.
Drum roll. Oh, you already said it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I go with Oklahoma. And like I said, Isaiah Cousins, Buddy Hield. I mean, there's been a few teams that stopped them along the way. There's been a handful of number one seeds knocked off this season. Oklahoma's been one of them. But Buddy Hield is an unbelievable guard. Like the way he plays, I never knew anything about him before the season started. But that first game of the year, they played the Memphis Tigers in the FedEx Forum. He was the first one in the gym. I was, at the Forum, and he was there 2 hours early. Wow. And the rest of the team was at the hotel while he was in the gym shooting around. This kid's for real, and I believe he's going to carry this Oklahoma team to an NCAA championship.
I think you just convinced me. I'm going to go with Oklahoma too. Then I'm just going to have my bracket. We're going to say Oklahoma going to win 2016 NCAA championship.
Now, moving on to the Memphis Grizzlies. The injury bug has taken those Memphis Grizzlies by a storm. Now, in the past month, the Grizzlies have lost over a half of their team to injury, including starters in Mike Conley and Zach Randolph. The rest of Mark Gasol is also out for the rest of the season with a broken foot, and Mario Chalmers, who came from the Miami Heat, was released after his season-ending injury. It's the same one Kobe Bryant had in the Achilles injury. It's kind of tough to come back from that one. But with the help of the two injury exceptions and the release of Chalmers, the Grizzlies were able to sign 3 new players. And Bryant Weber, Ray McCollum, and Alex Stevenson, they were all signed to 10-day contracts. Now, right now, the Memphis Grizzlies are holding steady at the 5th seed, and they do indeed make it to the playoffs. Hopefully so. They will be the first to do so, where 24-plus different players have logged in minutes under one franchise.
When we come back, find out which local high school basketball teams are headed to state.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
On one side of town, there's a tough-willed East Mustangs team that is coached by a four-time NBA All-Star in Penny Hardaway. Now, on the other side, there's a kid that scored 48 points with 11 three-pointers earlier this season. And yes, he can knock it down from the parking lot. His name is Tyler Harris of the Cordova Wolves. Now, both of those teams are lethal, and that's why they each laced up their shoes in the state tournament earlier this week. MTSU has been a host of this year's 2016 Blue Cross State Basketball Tournament, and East High took on Hillsborough in the first round and looked to advance to take on Blackman, who's undefeated 32-0. Now, Cordova, as mentioned on the upper side, opened up against Walker Valley High School of Cleveland, Tennessee. And as that journey to the gold ball continues, stay tuned with us on Twitter.com @TigerNewsUofM, as tonight the AAA champion will be crowned in Murfreesboro. Now, the biggest award outside of that gold ball championship is the Mr. Basketball Award. 3 of high school athletes in the Memphis area took home those honors this year. Alex Lomax of the East Mustangs, you got Christian Brothers High School forward William Douglas, and Chase Hayden of St. George's. So congratulations to all those guys as they're going up against the rest of the best talent in the state of Tennessee, and they came out on top. Coming up after this, we'll go in-depth interview with the one and only Maya Taylor.
At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track.
Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man.
Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Welcome into the sports edition of Tiger News, and today with us we have Rod Pegas, the trainer of Maya Taylor, and the wonderfully talented Maya Taylor of Olive Branch. How are you all today?
All right.
I'm good.
Good. Back-to-back Mississippi Gatorade Player of the Year. You got the mid-season All-American Award with the USA Today. How does it feel to know that your hard work and your effort and your talent is getting put and is getting noticed around the world?
I'm just very blessed. I had people around me that pushed me every day and got the best out of me every day, and I just went hard every day and try to be the best I can be.
Rod, man, how much time does she put in her craft in the gym? How much time do you work?
Man, she put in hours and hours a day, like every day, no more than 2 hours a day, you know. Then she get the morning workouts, evening workouts. She just work out.
How bad is this girl, man? How good is Maya Taylor, really? I mean, because we can only see her within the home games and sometimes out of town, but she travels a lot. As I just mentioned, you know, All-American honors and all that stuff. So she's on the road a lot. How good is Maya Taylor?
One of the best high school girls I've seen play in person.
Man, and I bet so. And, you know, right now, currently number 15 team in the country, Mississippi State. You committed to that school. Why Mississippi State?
They're going to surround me with wonderful players. You know, every day at practice we'll go hard, we'll compete, and they'll push me. They have a wonderful coaching staff that was always loyal to me. They've been recruiting me ever since 8th grade, and they've always been loyal, and I just love it at Mississippi State. I feel like it was the perfect fit. I feel like a family, so it's kind of an easy pick.
And I bet they were happy when they got the call about you dropping almost 50 points in the last couple of weeks against Horn Lake. Your stomach was growling here a second ago, but I know you weren't hungry that night. What happened that night? You had 47 points against Horn Lake.
I just try to win. You know, I try to do it for my team, and I was just trying to win. So, you know, we didn't get the win, but
Understandable.
Yes, sir.
Here with Rod Pegas and Maya Taylor, wonderful Olive Branch. I'm Control Macklin. Back to you guys.
To me, I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh.
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. Wi-Fi here.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
A devastating loss against the Auburn Tigers at the Birmingham Bowl left doubt about the upcoming season for Tiger football. Under the guidance of new head coach Mike Norvell, the men began spring training this week. This year, the Tigers signed an impressive 21 new players for the 2016 recruiting class. The men will be showcasing their talents at 2 different spring games this year. The first game will be in Nashville on April 9th, and then we'll travel back to the M-Town for the hometown game on April 22nd. The Friday Night Stripes spring game is the annual game played preseason to show fans progress the team has been making. Tailgating and the famous Tiger Walk will take place before the game. A kickoff time has yet to be set for both games.
At the NFL Scouting Combine, Paxton Lynch's media exam took longer than normal, and he said it may have spooked a few teams away. Now, fortunately, that has no effect on Lynch going to the league. He was requested to have an MRI done to reassure the teams that his injury was healed and never resulted in him missing a game, practice, or throw. Now, the 6'7", 244-pound quarterback is still predicted to be drafted in the first round. Now, the latest mock draft has Lynch as the 19th pick to the Buffalo Bills. However, the Denver Broncos would gladly pick up Lynch as the 31st pick, but it's very likely he will be off the board by then. Now, the pro day for Memphis is scheduled on April 6th, along with Georgia Southern, Texas A&M, and Utah State. Now, about Paxton Lynch, where do you expect him to go coming up in the NFL draft?
I'm definitely hoping he goes to the Broncos, but if they are able to get him at that time, I'm hoping he goes to the Broncos. I like to see him there.
Yeah, it was a good end story for Peyton Manning going out in the Broncos jersey and in his career there. So I feel like they'll go after a legit quarterback. So why not Paxton Lynch? He throws great in the pocket. He can hold in the pocket, runs the ball. He's quick. Huge quarterback who can see over the defense, 244 pounds, 6'7". So why not Paxton Lynch? I kind of see Denver also taking on Paxton Lynch.
And the thing about it is he has a cannon for an arm.
Yes, he does.
An all-star quarterback. He deserves that spot, and he's going to get it. I'm supporting Paxton Lynch 100%.
And I do as well. Now, coming up, we are going to take a look at the new soccer club headed to Memphis. Now, stay with us.
You want to have that, or is it just...
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
To me, I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice, she's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Memphis City Football Club is gearing up for its first season this upcoming spring. With the team being finalized in just a few weeks, players from all over the country came to Memphis to try out for the new soccer club. MCFC hopes to give many of its players a shot at making it to the upper-level soccer leagues and even overseas to play. The founders of MCFC realizes what kind of an opportunity the soccer club gives to its players.
We had people drive up from Houston, and I'll never forget, I saw one guy, he came in with his whole family, and his girlfriend hugged and kissed him, and you could see this meant a lot to him. I mean, this was his chance, and that's really one of the reasons why we started the team.
The club is a member of the National Premier Soccer League in the South Region's Southeastern Conference. The inaugural season starts with the I-40 Cup on April 22nd in Little Rock, Arkansas, against the Little Rock Rangers. In addition to the creation of the soccer club, the club recently announced the creation of the MCFC Academy. The program is for teenage men and female soccer players to help them further their soccer career. The academy is planning on working with the soccer clubs to help with the training of the teens. The academy is set to kick off this summer for both men and women. You can find more information on the website memphiscityfc.com/academy.
The women's soccer season has begun. The girls have started their early morning practices and afternoon workouts. Now, last year, the team finished with 9 wins, losing to USF in the American Athletic Conference Championship. Now, this team signed on 8 new players for the season on National Signing Day in hopes of filling the open spots left behind from 4 graduation seniors. Now, the Lady Tigers are hosting 2 SEC teams this season. Now, their first game will be against UT Martin on March 23rd at 5:30 at the Memphis Park Avenue campus. Show out there.
Baseball season is underway for the Tigers. The team started the season with a loss to Tennessee on February 19th, and their luck has not really picked up since then. Due to weather, 2 games against Belmont and Mississippi State have been postponed until further notice. However, the program hopes to continue its streak of more than 30 wins within a season. The Tigers recorded a 3-2 record against teams from the toughest conference in the country, the SEC. And that's all the time we have this morning. Please join us next week for another edition of Tiger News.
Have a great day.